And here were the Bulls earlier, filling into the... And a look at the starters for the Bulls. They've got Josh Giddey. Trey Lyles is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Holmes in at the 5. And for Indiana, Nesmith and Siakam are the forwards. Halliburton is out there with Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. The first third of an NBA season, Grant, it sort of sets the foundation for the year's power structure.
Oh, that's so true, B.A. We start to see which teams are elite, who's running the show, and we find out who needs to think about making some changes.
Here's Buzelis, and here's Simons outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
You can't give Simons any room from that corner spot.
And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Halliburton outside. Siakam right side. Pass to Zubac. Tries again. Blocked.
3 misses to start the game. Still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
From deep. To the left wing. Chicago passing it around. 3-pointer, Buzelis can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Outside Nesmith. Siakam, pass to Halliburton. There's Jackson with the 3. Second chance effort. Zubac's shot is off.
Rough patch here. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Out to Simons. Here's the 3. Another miss by Simons. Siakam with it, and it's Giddey picking him up. Fires it from 18. And there's Jackson on the assist from Siakam.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And it's Giddey missing. For Indiana, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Halliburton misses. Here's Buzelis. Nesmith covering. Kept alive. It's Giddey on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Jackson. And foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. Indiana shooting their first free throws here tonight.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And he drops the first. And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, B.A. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
Tice is checked in for home. And now the first timeout called here for Chicago. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
For Chicago, they've gone only 2 of 6 from the field. 3-pointer, Buzelis drops in the 3. Buzelis has got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Bulls leading by 5. The 3 is up. Simons outside from the arc. And they recover it. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Pass to Lyles. Now Simons. To the wing on the left. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. Taking a look at Indiana. Already, they're on the outside looking in. 9th place in the conference. And, of course, the Bulls, well, they haven't had the season they wanted so far.
When I look at Chicago, with their early struggles, this team hasn't exactly progressed as much as we thought they might.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
Timeout called. The Pacers. They defeated Washington in their last game.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Huff's checked in for Zubats. Walker comes in for Siakam. Shepherd, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's McConnell in for Tyrese Halliburton. So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Micic, he's checked in for Lyles. Dozier comes in for Buzelis. Joseph is checked in for Giddey. And it's Morris in for Simons. McConnell against Morris. The floater. Huff pulls it in. Pacers trail by 9. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Out to the right wing. Pass to Joseph. Morris right side. Walker with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. The shot no good. Tice with the defensive effort. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Fades and shoots. Off the left rim and out.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Here's Shepherd. And Indiana misses again.
You're not going to get a better look from mid-range. He's definitely disappointed with himself there.
Here's Micic. No points so far. McConnell with it. Lets a floater go. And it's good for 2.
Very deft with the floater. McConnell takes a lot of pride in just going over the defense with that soft, high-arcing floater.
Here's Micic. Off target from outside. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Shepherd. 8 points in his last timeout. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's McConnell. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Bulls. They lead by 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
They've got Tyrese Halliburton, Walker out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Jackson, and it's Huff in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
The moment that pass was on its way towards Siakam, he knew he was going to shoot it. I love that confidence.
Pure from three-point range.
3 points.
Buzelis has got 12 points in the game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Tyrese Halliburton is so key for this team. He said, quote, "I think the biggest pressure I've ever had in my entire life is from myself. When I'm at my best is when I'm having fun and really competing on a nightly basis. I have to show up every day with a smile on my face and bring my infectious personality." Back to you guys.
He sets the tone. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Jackson can't get it to go.
And just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jump.
Well, Clark, there are very few firsts in the NBA, but Tyrese Halliburton had one in 2025.
That's exactly right, and it was a historic first. I mean, he became the first player in the history of the league to have multiple 30-point, 15 assists, and 0 goose egg, bagel turnover games. I mean, he takes care of that orange and produces real orange juice because he squeezes it.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. He buries it from 3. Buzelis has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And you see the potential Buzelis has as a shooter. This kid's upside is definitely enticing. Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Chicago leading by 7. Back to Simons. From outside the arc, another 3 for Chicago.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Halliburton for 3. Unable to get that one.
His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
Lyles, the pass to Holmes. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Inside, Halliburton gets it to fall.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Holmes passes to Lyles. Three-pointer, Buzelis, and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. The role of the big man has evolved over the years. What's been the most noticeable change to you, Clark?
BA, and it's not just the big man. I just think the overall athleticism of all of the players, certainly the big guys, stand out because they're now taking the ball rack to rack. They can go in traffic with the dribble. They're more mobile on defense because defenses switch a lot now. I mean, it's not all about being in the paint just because you're a big guy. They play all over the place.
Siakam, no good.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Pacers trail by 11. Pass to Shepherd. To the paint. Here's McConnell. Lays it up and banks it in. McConnell's got 6.
Fearless amongst the big fellas. McConnell has a really good sense for when to go to work down there.
And the basket by Tice.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
All right, let's take a glance at some of the defensive numbers. Here are the top teams in the league that come away with steals. Number 1, the Pacers.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
Neesmith, he's checked in for Tyrese Halliburton. Pass to Giddey. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Chicago.
Like sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
And here's Siakam. 5 points in the game. They get it again. Zubats. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Zubats has got his first points of the night. Timeout called, the Bulls. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Indiana making a switch here. Huff's checked in.
You look at Aaron Neesmith's career, and, you know, he was on a loaded Boston Celtics roster. Got traded in 2022, and now that he's gotten more playing time, he's made the most of his opportunity.
Pass to Buzelis. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
Over to the left wing. Here's Shepherd. Kicks it out to Siakam. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. Morris, he's checked in for Giddey.
Monte Morris.
Here's Morris. Yet to see a basket. Out to the wing. To the wing, right side. Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's hauled in by McConnell.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Here's Buzelis. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Pass to Shepherd. Inside. Shots blocked. Here's Buzelis. Jacks up a three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer. And so it's Chicago earning this break in the action, up 10.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of one, they were able to... And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 10. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Anthony Simons out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Buzelis in at the 3 slot. Simons outside. The 3. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by Simons.
For 3.
Simons got his 3rd assist of the night. Well, Indiana shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Pass to Halliburton. Oh, you got to guard Halliburton from there.
Halliburton, with the answer, was anxious to throw it right back at him.
And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Graham.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends.
And Chicago has possession after the basket by Indiana.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication, we're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice and we're all in it together. Back to you guys.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
Powering through the defense and finishing, Zubac. He's a man with great strength.
Lyles' shot is good.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away. When the shot goes up, he is not a guy you want to lose track of. Boy, that's a nice play right there.
Simons with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Three-pointer, Buzelis. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Jackson can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 13. Pass to Holmes. Here's Giddey. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul.
I like seeing Giddey challenge defenses like this, making them compromise in the process.
And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Graham, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes I am. Think beyond, though, the dollars and cents. It's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Huff's checked in for Zubats. And the Bulls also making a change. Morris is checked in. Halliburton for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. Morris deciding where to go with it. Great D that time from Halliburton. Pacers trail by 16. To the inside. Huff, good. Huff's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Holmes. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And Neesmith, here we go. And he jams it home with authority.
I really love the assertive take right there by Neesmith. I mean, his coaches want him to be opportunistic and look to attack the basket every chance he gets.
This has been the reoccurring theme of the second half. Inconsistency getting stops.
And the shot goes. Walker's got his second bucket on the night.
By going cold in that first half, they made things hard on themselves, but they've been warming up since that time.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate and doing some great stuff.
Halliburton for 3. Simons with a rebound. Chicago leading by 14. Here's Morris. It's stolen by Halliburton. Launches it. Rebounded by Lyles. Lyles has got 5 rebounds tonight. Walker with a steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Out to Simons. 3-pointer. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now here's Walker. He's got 6. Releases. And Indiana again with the bucket.
I like the way Halliburton continues to take more responsibility on the offensive end. His game warrants that he does that.
Counted from distance. Buzelis has got 40 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Halliburton's shot is good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Up big because of
the Bulls, 72.
Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Ivica Zubats out there with, and again for 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And the upcoming schedule for Indiana. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And that game against Sacramento, you'd be hard.
Connects again from distance.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Outside Neesmith. Pass to Siakam. And the layup is good off the glass. And that's 10 points for Pascal Siakam.
Fighting through the contact, Siakam. Tremendous finish.
Good! Another from three.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
He takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage on the road. You talk about a big-time performance.
Boy, it seems like every three he's throwing up is going in, guys. No stopping this guy once he gets going like this.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. There's Neesmith with a three. On target from range.
Boy, he's got a nice stroke on his three-point shot. Neesmith can be lethal from behind that arc.
Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching him from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Ball's going up the court. And finished off by Tice.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Siakam, the pass to McConnell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists tonight.
And that mid-range is an area where McConnell is most proficient.
Buzelis' shot is good.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
The Pacers making a switch here. Huff's checked in, then for Chicago. Lynn comes in for Tice, and it's Knox in for Buzelis. Now here's McConnell. He's closely guarded. And Neesmith, here we go. Chicago with a rebound. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip. Back to Simons. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in the game. Kicks it out to Jackson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
That's what you got to do every time. Be committed when you attack. Good job by Neesmith there.
Shepard, he's checked in for Indiana. Morris, he's checked in for Chicago. Pass to Knox. From behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Neesmith's got 4 rebounds now. Jackson. And the shot's good.
Great vision by Neesmith that time. A solid passing wing.
Right wing. Lynn inside. Yes, it's good. Lynn's got his first 2 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
2 minutes remaining in the
Lyles,
game.
the pass to Knox. The shot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. Some changes for Indiana. Zubac, he's checked in for Huff. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Shepard. Then for Chicago, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Lynn. Buzelis comes in for Knox. And it's Josh Giddey in for Morris. McConnell, good.
Hey, he's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Stolen by Siakam. Kicks it out to Jackson. Goes back up. Zubac's shot is off. Bulls leading by 22. Here's Buzelis. The bank shot, no good. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pacers.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bulls.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
At the line.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Matas Buzelis.
Oh, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them.
Buzelis grabs the board. The Bulls shooting around 53%, a nice number. Back to Morris for 3. Offensive rebound, out left to the wing. Hits a 3-pointer.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA. No matter what, they got it done.
You know, looking at T.J. McConnell's start in the NBA, is it fair to say his days during the process era of the Sixers helped him, Clark?
I don't think there's any question, but I think PJ came to the game with an edge. I watched him play in high school and couldn't take my eyes off of him because he just made plays, whether it was stealing the ball, pressuring the ball, driving and creating for teammates. I mean, he plays with such confidence and energy and tenacity. He's a valuable player to have in your second unit.
Here's Buzelis. No good on the 3. McConnell outside. So it's the